Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Orphanlast, and I'm just going to continue where I left off and just continue breaking this body down and see if I can get things to look right. So the next step is basically I'm just going to go ahead and start moving some of these columns further to the right, just simply because I think that I'm going to need room for some columns. And I think I got the placement of all of these columns in the right place, but I'll just have to figure that out as I go. Okay, now there is one thing that you definitely need to keep in mind. It might scare the crap out of you. You might be working on a project, doing really good, and then, oh my god, everything just disappeared. Where did it all go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh my goodness, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? You're on the wrong you're on the wrong frame, is basically what happens. Like, if you're not on a frame where anything exists, then basically you're just going to confuse the crap out of yourself. You know what? Before I go about breaking this down, I want to show you guys some stuff real quick. So I'm going to save all and save all levels. Okay, so inside of the Discord chat, I saw a conversation, the Discord chat right here, that regards to OpenTunes. I saw a conversation, and there are people that are watching my tutorials, and they do answer questions sometimes, and sometimes they're answering questions in phenomenal ways, and sometimes and I don't know if all of them watch my videos or not, to be honest. So none of this is a criticism to anyone, but in this case, I saw someone answer a question incorrectly. Let me go file new. Okay, one of the questions that I saw was, is a level a frame? And the answer is no, it is not a frame. Okay, so I'm in a brand new empty scene. Okay, if I go into the browser, okay, and then go into the drawings, and then I open up my Hitman. Okay, let me find my Hitman right there. Okay, and I load it. Okay, so PLI, that is where all of your that's like grabbing all of your drawings. Let's say you have a light table, and you have a pencil and a paper, and you're drawing, and you have 50 different drawings, okay, on 50 different pieces of paper, and you put it into a binder. This is all those 50 pieces of paper, all those 50 drawings. This is the binder full of all of those 50 pieces of paper, all those 50 drawings, okay? And I loaded it up into the scene, okay? Now, if I select here, and I actually select all of these, and delete, oops, and, well, I at least need one in the X sheet, okay? And I delete all of them. I have all of these levels here, okay? And not a single one of them is in any, like, this is a frame, this is a frame, this is a frame, this is a frame, this is a frame. That's a level. You can call it a frame, but a level is on this frame. So, like, these are all frames. These are not called levels that have nothing in them. They are frames. This is a level. It's also a frame. And so you have all of these levels. These are just separate drawings, like inside of your binder. And you can throw them in here in any order you want. And, like, have your animation work in whatever way you want. Actually, that's working out pretty freaking good, actually. So, anyway, so that's just some food for thought right there, okay? So yeah, it's extremely useful for you to understand the difference from a level and what a frame is, because they're not the same thing. Because as time develops, as you're working with a cutout animation, you're going to have a whole bunch of different poses for a person's hand, and they're all going to be listed inside of here, inside of the level strip, okay? And it's not like all of them are going to be thrown into a frame in the X sheet all at once. You need to understand the difference between the two. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so let's go ahead and select the neck. Okay, let me make sure that I got, well, yeah, select the neck. And I'm going to include the collarbone on all of this, okay? And I'm going to go Control X to cut it out. New level. I'm going to call it neck. Okay, and there we go. And make sure that I've got the neck level selected, or yeah, column selected, and make sure I call this neck. Right there. All right, and I'm going to move this over a bit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What in the world? Okay. There we go. Make sure that I go up, 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 up. Okay. So I got the I got the neck done. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. Let's move on to the torso. Now, well, actually, let's just, what in the world? Oh, okay, I got the neck column selected, and so I'm selecting invisible strokes. I'm actually going to separate the arms from the torso first. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to select every single line that's near the arm, and that actually looks good. Everything seemed to go with it. And there's that little twerk thing right there. Let me undo. Alright. Okay, so I got my torso here so far. Actually, I might need to separate the legs as well, which doesn't sound like a bad idea. So I'm going to go ahead and get onto that as well. So I got my guys separated out into parts, kind of like a doll, which is exactly kind of what we're doing. We're kind of creating a doll. And so I'm wanting to work with the torso alone. So I'm going to pull out my geometry tool, use the polyline, line thickness 3.81, whatever. At least for me, that's what it is, given the line thickness that I've been working with. And I'm just going to go ahead and just create kind of like this little segment that just goes something like that. And double click, use the control point editor and get rid of that last one. And I'm going to repeat this process on the other side. Okay, so as you can see, I went ahead and completed that with both sides. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the geometry tool. And I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and mess with this a little bit and get these lines to not look so bulgy and stuff. Get this, well, actually, I don't even need that line. I can just do that with the geometry tool. Let me see if I have something similar. Okay, well, that's good. That's good on the other end. So you need to think about, with the geometry tool, you need to think about, well, what's the shape of the torso? And how does it tie into the neck? And all that good stuff. So that's looking pretty good. And I'm going to be using the control point editors and the, what else? The pump tool quite a bit in this process afterwards. Okay, oops. Okay, use the selection tool, get rid of that one. Use control point editor, get rid of some of these control points that I don't need. And that looks stinking good. So I'm going to go ahead and just mess with this with the control point editor and all that. Actually, I'm happy with all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and create two new levels. New level, double click here, skin, line, and then double click here, skin, and then use the RGB picker. Zoom in, just like that. RGB picker for that. Alright, cool. Now we got everything all done. Let's zoom out real quick. I'm running out of time. Select. Let's see. Fill. Anyways, that pretty much concludes it with this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.